Hey there. Hope you guys are having a great day. Do you know what the number one symptom is that I hear about from every single person I speak to? It's weight gain. And you know, the thing about that is that it's usually not the first symptom that you develop in your health journey. It's usually the last one, and it gets your attention because it has the biggest impact. We can actually deal with things like heartburn, gas, bloating, headaches, joint pain, brain fog. We'll deal with that and we'll think it's normal. But when that scale starts moving, that's the one that gets us. So when we gain weight, we automatically look for the easiest and the quickest solution. And when we were younger, things like calorie restriction or, increasing our exercise, those might have worked, but they work a little less effectively the older we get. And there's a lot of reasons why. Currently, there's popular medications that are offered that help people lose weight. But unless you're someone who has just sat around for the past 10 years and ate garbage, restricting your calories and increasing your exercise might not give you the results that you want. If it's not working for you, then we need to look for the root cause of your weight gain. So that root cause approach is going to have us look at things from a different perspective. So how did you start gaining weight? What was going on when that happened? Why are you unable to lose it? So there's a lot of different factors that can go into play here. For example, if your digestion is impaired, your microbiome can become imbalanced, and that can cause weight gain. It can also prevent you from losing weight. Even if you're not actively gaining it, it can prevent you from being able to lose it. Another area might be just inflammation. Like if you have a lot of inflammation from foods that you're eating that are inflammatory, or maybe there's pathogens or toxins in your body that are creating inflammation, or maybe your hormones are imbalanced and those are creating inflammation, you're going to have a really hard time losing weight. So let's take this a step further. What's causing that inflammation? What created the environment where these pathogens or these toxins could even get into you and create this situation? Well, often that can be compromised digestion. So then the next question is, how did your digestion get compromised? And that one's actually pretty common. It's actually very, very normal for us to experience because the biggest impact on your digestion is going to be stress. When you are in a stressed state, you're operating under the sympathetic branch of your nervous system, and that actually gets you activated to do something, right? That's what the stress is, that fight or flight response. When you need to digest, rest, recover, heal, detox, anything, that happens in the parasympathetic branch of your nervous system. And if you're in a stress state, you are automatically going to compromise digestion and be at risk for these pathogens. So we also talked a little bit about hormone balance as a root cause. Okay, so what caused the hormones to be imbalanced? Stress is also a player here. Cortisol is a hormone, and it's the primary hormone that's released when your body is stressed because it's the one that activates your nervous system and also frees up stored glucose so that you'll have a source of energy to respond to the threat that you're perceiving, whether you need to fight or flee, right? So cortisol, when it's elevated, impacts other hormones. It causes insulin to go up, which can be inflammatory, estrogen to go up, which is also inflammatory, but it also drives down hormones like progesterone, testosterone, and thyroid hormone. Now, your thyroid is the main regulator of your metabolism. So if you have low thyroid function, especially as a result of high cortisol and stress, your metabolism is going to tank and you're not going to be able to lose weight. And in some cases, you might be gaining it. So if you truly want to stop weight gain at the source, or if you instead want to focus on weight loss and what's the thing that's getting in the way of that, what's the source of that, one of the biggest players here is going to be that stress piece. And so doing things like the Band-Aid approach, like restricting calories, increasing your exercise, those are actually going to create more stress for your body because you need nutrients to heal and recover. And those nutrients are also restricted when you're cutting calories, okay? Anytime you exercise, it doesn't matter what it is, that's going to be a stressful state. And so you just need to manage the intensity of that well. But if you're doing really high intense exercise, you're going to be driving up cortisol and causing some of the very problems that you're working so hard to solve. So in this case, looking at cutting calories and increasing your exercise isn't actually going to help you lose the weight. It might actually make it worse. So if you're someone that is tired of just putting band-aids on your symptoms and you truly want to stop them at the source, that's where I can help. When we work together, we dig really deep into the symptoms that you are experiencing, and we look for those nutrient deficiencies. We look for areas where we can support digestion, reduce inflammation, balance hormones, all of those things. And while we're doing that, we're healing your gut and we're healing your metabolism. And what my clients find is they will actually end up eating more food, not restricting calories, and changing how they work out. And they are starting to lose weight and lose inches because their metabolism is being nurtured and nourished, and their body is actually getting the stuff that it needs and healing those things that have kind of gone offline. So if this sounds like you and you want to know more about it, I'd be just really happy to talk to you about it. I have a link here for a free call where we can chat.